picture, like that's like dreams, you know, like a dream match made. Yeah, do you like the ECW era? How did you like the ECW era growing up?
Yeah, well, again, it's one of those things, I didn't get a chance to watch ECW while I was on TV. Mm-hmm. I had to go back and learn about it.
Yeah.
So, I didn't actually start watching wrestling until, like, around, like, 2002, 2003. Mm-hmm. I was aware it existed, but I didn't follow it until around that time period. And the only thing I watched was WWE.
Yeah. Did you did you go to any shows when you as a fan, did you go to any shows?
Oh yeah. I used to go to house shows and stuff,
right.
to go watch that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, they start talking about these ECW guys. They start talking about like these background, and then if you remember, I think it was like 2005, whenever they started doing the whole ECW invasion. They started doing the one night stand stuff, and they started showing a lot more of that. And then now it's like whenever the Rise and Fall of ECW DVD came out.
Yeah.
And so then I just started going crazy trying to find everything I could ECW because that stuff is just so fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Everything about that was just so it was so appealing to me, and I didn't even know that it existed out there. And so then I'm watching these guys like Eddie, and Rey Mysterio, and Benoit and Jericho, and fucking Steve Austin, all these dudes coming from ECW, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like this place was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I wish I was around for the earlier days of that, at the arena there. The early days at the arena. But actually, I got a cool story. I was like 18 years old. I tell this to everybody. 18 years old, I worked in a dollar store. About 18 years old. I didn't know who... This guy comes walking in. And I didn't know... They said, oh, he's a wrestler from ECW. I didn't know what ECW was at the time. It was Balls Mahoney. It was Balls... Right. I know. I was like, sign this piece of paper for me? Okay. And then I became friends with him after that, It's like, wow. You just don't know who... I'm very good friends with the Candido family. Johnny Candido and Chris Candido. How's that? That's a pretty awesome thing, too.
Right.
Two of the original ECW guys, man, I miss them. It's like sucks. When they go, it sucks, You miss these guys you looked up to,
Yeah, I got a chance to work a show. Well, I got a chance to work with Nick Foley a couple times. Mm-hmm. We did a seminar up there once. And then recently Tommy Dreamer came in.
Yeah.
And he got a chance to work at the promotion here in Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool just kind of getting to just kind of watch how he works, get a chance to hear him talk, and just pick his brain and hear this guy that has just like been everywhere in this business. Tommy Dreamer just paved the way.
Yeah, Tommy actually still runs that House of Hardcore. I was just looking at a card. He's going to do one in the next town or 2 towns over from me. I'm like, damn, I got to get to one of those shows,
Yeah.
That House of Hardcore. He's, he's bring back all the ECW guys. It's original, They do that once in a while. You still see the Sandman. Sandman pours beer on me all the time. I don't care, I'm always a fan of
Sandman.
Yeah.
He's not looking the healthiest lately.
No, I know. These guys go to it's like Justin Carino, right? I know. You seen that? He looks him and like Sandman look together, like look like a pair, Yeah, they're like.
Carino didn't look too bad. Last time I saw him in Denver.
Yeah. But then you look at then now you see Justin Carino. Justin,
oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. That's incredible, or whatever his name was, Yeah. Yeah, he gained that weight, and whatever, these guys, I don't know. They are what they are, right? They do what they do. They make $1, right?
Whenever you put yourself through all that, all that stuff there.
Yeah.
Like, it's an easy thing to fall into, I imagine, whenever your body's just destroyed like that.
I know. But we don't do that, so thank God, knock on wood, We live day by day. Drink our beer, we don't care.
beer and weed, man. That's my thing now.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got that law, I know. Lucky bastards.
Well, yeah, we got medicinal here.
I know. I know.
And it's decriminalized.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that we're pretty high on the list of the next rec state.
Yeah.
But we travel to so many rec states around us.
Uh-huh.
It's nice because we can just load up on the good stuff and come home with it.
Yeah.
And then we got,
Yeah, so people don't know. Whatever. They don't care. Promoters nowadays, they don't care. Some places care.
The stigma around it in New Mexico, it just doesn't exist. It really, people don't freak about it out here.
Yeah, I actually, my mom grew up in Albuquerque. How crazy is that? My sister was born in Albuquerque. You know, that's pretty crazy. Crazy, man.
I love Albuquerque. I've been living here for 7 years.
Yeah.
And I love this place, man.
Well, I'll have to come down and hang out with you sometime. You know, if I feel like going on vacation. You know, yeah. Like I said,
in October, come see the balloon fiesta. That's so intense.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. I heard about that. I do whitewater rafting, man. I do a lot of whitewater rafting. I've done the creeks and shit, you know.
House is only just around the corner from here, and they got some good whitewater rafting up there.
Yeah, I've done Clear Creek. I've done the Clear Creek and the other one. Yeah, what do you call it? You know, I've done the other one. What the hell was the name of it? But it was badass. And I do hiking too, man. I'm fucking up there, yeah. I'm a smoker, but I still hike thousands of miles, you know, Spanish Peaks or whatnot. I love it, you know?
Yeah, fuck the stereotype. You can be a smoker and you can do whatever you want.
I know. I'm a garbage man. I still feel good, you know? But I lost the weight.
Yeah.
You know? No, I'm pretty not buff, but, you know, I'm a string bean, but I don't care. No. No. You know. You got any questions for me, Ray? Throw me something else. Or I love what.
I don't know, man. I mean, you answered most of the stuff that I had just through basic conversation. You know?
Right.
I'd like us kind of going back and forth. You let me know. I mean, what you're into, where you're at, who you know. Like you covered it, man.
Did yeah, absolutely.
I guess when did you what era did you start getting into wrestling? I mean, I thought. Has it always been like something that your whole family is into, or did you find it on your own?
My dad and I, you know, when I was like young WWF days, I actually went to WrestleMania 5, man. I was at WrestleMania 5. Cool. It is. I was in WrestleMania 5 rows away, up in the nosebleeds with Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse Dabati doing the commentary. 5 seats away.
Yeah.
And I have my ticket stub. I still got my stub till this day. And I had Marty Jannetty sign it at a local show down here, you know. I was like, okay, because he was in it, you know. Like, yeah. But no, that was my era of the wrestling. But then wrestling actually progressed when I was, you know, younger. My town was like pumped with wrestling. Like I was a kid. I was, like I said, Mick Foley wrestled at a local school, and then we had like in the mid '80s we had mid '80s we had like or the '90s sometime. I was lucky enough to see Bruiser Brody inside a steel cage versus Chief Jay Strong.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Versus Chief Jay Strongbow in a cage match. And but local and then there was a local wrestling school. Iron Mike Sharp from the WWF had a training school in our hometown. For $5 on the weekends, I'd go watch wrestling for like $5, you know. And you had Nova, you had Malice, you had Freddie Blassie would stop by, Captain Lou, you know, like guys would come in and out, and that's how that one promotion, Phoenix Wrestling, got its start, is through that branch of Iron Mike Sharp, you know. Isn't that awesome, buddy? Yeah, no, wrestling really, I progressed, you know, over the years, WWE, WWF, you know, and then WWE and TNA and ROH and, you know, independent wrestling and deathmatch wrestling. Here I am, you know, just love it.
It's really crazy.
Yeah.
Getting to see all this stuff because, you know, very WWE style of wrestling. Yeah. It's the only thing that I even knew existed, really. Like, I didn't know that there was an independent league. I didn't know how these people, like, came up. To me, like, they were just, like, it was at face value what I saw. Like, if they had a young talent come through there, they must have snagged this dude up from somewhere. Yeah. But then I really started to, like, delve deeper and just find out that it's a huge world. And then once I get, start training and start traveling and getting to see it, there's fucking wrestling every corner. It is. Everywhere. It is. Yeah, it is. It's literally everywhere you look.
Yeah. That's what I want to do next summer is, I'm sure you noticed that WrestleMania weekend was killing it with independent shows. At wrestling.
Yeah, we were working down there in Dallas, WrestleMania the weekend whenever all that stuff was going on.
Yeah, but this year's WrestleMania really killed it, dude. They killed it, with a lot of promotions just going at it. I would love to just go. I think I'm going to do that next year. They're going to meet in New Orleans. I think I'm going to make a weekend and just go watch all the wrestling shows, and support.
You should, man.
Support it.
Because we were down there in Dallas for the WrestleMania weekend working with Territory League Wrestling. And we were working right across the street from it. Yeah. It was intense, man. It was just so much fans. Like, in Dallas, you couldn't, like, walk around there without wrestling fans being, like, everywhere. It was awesome.
Yeah, I know. But to go to like a super show, it's like, wow, this is a super deal. Go see the local guys, and go see some new shows that you've never seen, like Beyond Wrestling or like other promotions that really made a name or making a name, and like GCW, and they killed it. They killed it for their first time in Florida. Spring break, come on, that perfect setup for it. It's perfect. Right. But so, like, I'm going to skip WrestleMania next year and just go to all the shows in New Orleans and drink beer. How's that? Or get shit-faced.
that sounds like a great weekend.
It does. It does. Forget everything else and just go down there. And I love to travel when I can, Go see a show. You got to go wherever you can, It's I don't travel as much as
travel everywhere and figure out the rest when you get there.
Exactly. Exactly. Every day's a trip sometimes, you just gotta go. But no, I love to go to the East.
How did you,
go ahead.
How did you get into this podcast game?
How did I get into this? My buddy and me, a couple of my friends were in a hotel, actually at a show in Allentown, or in Pennsylvania somewhere. We did for a hybrid pro wrestling show. And we all stayed over in a hotel room, and my friend had a computer, and he was showing me how to podcast, like showing us. And I'm like, you know what? I can do this myself,
Right.
And then I figured out how to do it. I just all it is I run an app on my iPad, and it's on my phone. I'm talking to you regular, It's just really and it's crystal clear. But no, I just love the passion for the sport, I love the death match and interacting and talk, I love talking to you guys, the wrestlers and my friend and other people associate, and fans and whatnot, and it's fun. It's just a fun way to communicate and get the word of death match wrestling out to the public.
Right.
You know how these other companies, these other podcasters like really bash on this stuff sometimes. It's like, who cares,
One of the best ways that I've ever heard it described is they're talking about wrestling being like ice cream. You may have the normal style of wrestling, that's the classic vanilla. Yeah. But you also are going to have rocky road. Yeah. And just because it's not vanilla doesn't mean it's any less ice cream. No. It's wrestling. It's just as much a part of the sport as everything else, and it's just as important to the history of wrestling as everything else too. And so the people that are trying to say that's not wrestling, there's no art to it,
marks.
Blah, blah, blah,
I know
blah,
the
blah.
marks. The marks.
And that's just an opinion that they have. But whenever you look at the grand scheme of everything, like what it is doing, when deathmatch wrestling is done right, it's just
an art,
strong
man.
as storytelling.
It's an art.
More.
It's an art.
Yeah.
It is an art, and and people don't realize what they're looking at. Yeah. It's awesome. But no, I love doing this, and it's like, I love it.